Hello everybody, I'm Roisin Campbell and welcome to my Rainbow Lighthouse transmission. It's been a while since I've done a transmission. I've been very busy and processing these energies that have been coming through since April the 12th. We are in a holding of 6 months since April the 12th with the Jupiter and Neptune conjunction with Pisces. So there's a lot of frequencies, a lot of vibrational changes that are really processing and penetrating our bodies. So much so that I have been really focusing on breaking through these energies in my own being. It is now that we're in a very Taurian energy of the physical body, and what each person may be experiencing more than ever before. Pains in the body. It doesn't matter what age you are, it's about emotion and the body being changed and remolded for this new Aquarius body, this new earth being that we are evolving into. So the body structure is being broke down, and it's very important that you look after the physical strength of your body and the nutritional energy that's going into your body. So it's all about the body frame, the cells, the blood flow, and everything moving, and the exercise and the rest. So when you think about your body, what are you eating? What are you putting into it? What are you breathing in? Are you moving? Are you stuck? So it's just gentle things to make this shift much more easier on your being. So this is why you'll be feeling that your body has having a lot of aches and pains, a lot of structural problems for people, a feeling of maybe getting old, or I'm becoming old here, this body's giving up. It's not, we're in the Taurian energy of the remolding, and the Taurus energy is all about the earth, how your earthly body is feeling and how it's expressing its feelings. So we're doing a lot of this physical work. So hopefully that will help you with that information. I also want to talk about the energies of personally. What are we? We take everything personally. Life is not personal. Life is the journey, and life is lessons, and life is experience, and how we use the experience. We have to stop taking things so personally. And when we take something personally, we bring it into a wound that we have from childhood, or from a situation, or from a relationship, or a job, or a family situation, and then it becomes an issue, and then we react. And this is how our ego, which means edging God out, really plays with us, you know? So we have to come to the understanding that we have to stop taking things personally. Life isn't personal. Life is an experience. The divine is meant to be our personal life. We need to take our divine energies more personal. We need to take our faith more personal and make it our own. We need to take our communication with God more personal. And in that, you will not have any conflicts if you really allow yourself to come into the authority of your own faith in God. We are changing as we even do our prayers, and when we go to our churches or our places of belief. It's not so much what the person is teaching us anymore or giving out in the message. It's more of how are we feeling when we're in our places of faith or belief. How are we feeling about ourselves and our journey with the divine? We don't really need to be fed the messages of how to talk to God anymore. The new Aquarius is about becoming your own leader in everything. In your health, in your love, in your wealth, in your faith. Taking my responsibility in a very powerful, abundant way. Because when we own more of who we are, then we gain that experience and we gain that light. So the weather system, you can see how amazing it is and how changeable it is. Some countries are having heat waves, other countries are having floods, other countries are having earthquakes. The earth she is a female, she is a living presence, is going through her own evolvement, her own transformation. She's not asking us anymore to help her, she is actually saving herself, and we are being saved through that. And saving is an unusual word, because people think when you save someone, you're saving them, their life, you're saving them to live. But saving can mean many things. When the earth is saving herself, many of us could die in that saving, in her earthquakes, and that's called saving. So, because as an eternal being, we never die. As a divine being, we never die. It is only the physical manifestation that breaks down and dies and goes back into the earth. Even the word dying isn't the right word. It should be a transformation into a new lifespan. So, when we think about ourselves and we think about the earth and everything changing, people say, oh, the earth is going crazy, the world is crazy. No. The world is playing out itself as an ego self, searching for itself through conflict, through, how would you say, drama, through death, murder, war. It's how we experience it from where we are. So if you're in war, you will want to have war. If you're in anger, you will want to have anger. If you're in depression, you will want to have depressive states. Okay? And if you feel, when I say those statements, you say, I don't want that, but it's in my life. Well, then if you don't want that, you have to clear the part of yourself out that does want it. That's our responsibility, to look at ourselves and keep looking at ourselves until we become this alchemist of divine spirit and matter and learn our own gold, our own worth. So, the divine is our essence of truth. Spirit is our soul partner. And the ego is our obstacles and challenges, if you can see your life. That's the three aspects. Then we have the three aspects of the Father, Son, and Holy Spirit. The three aspects of us. Everything has those aspects. We are that Trinity of life. And as more people are awakening to their power, to their realization of, I'm not doing that no more, I want this, I want that, and stepping into those choices that may be fearful as a human being or an ego-based person, or maybe, lonely, but they are a must. We must do them now, because we are saving ourselves. And in saving, there can be many casualties in our life that has to die, many states of being, many friends, many family members, many partners, for us to get to the next part of our true essence, our truth. So if you can imagine, we are the gold and we're searching for the gold. And as I said many times, gold is never easy to find. It really, really, you have to search for it. And you're searching through yourself for your own gold. To become that plasma diamond being, that matrix of light. And if you think about the diamond out of all the diamonds and gems, it has to be pressed the hardest to make it a diamond. And we have to be pressed and we have to dig for our gold. So when we think about, we take things personally, we have to let go of this personal reaction and see it just as experiences. And this is how I'm reacting. I'm reacting because of where did I first feel this feeling. It's not to do with me being personal here. And if the world became less personal, the world would be more patient. It would be more calm. It would be more faith. It would be more at ease, because it would know itself. We are very simple beings. We really, really are. The ego has made us complicated. We have so much power, and we don't know how to use it, because we don't know who it belongs to. We don't even know, some of us don't even know it exists. If we are not rooted in a faith to a divine creator, then you will never be able to hold your power. You may be temporarily be able to manifest something, but it'll show up in a negative area in your life in some way. So it's like if you have a lotto ticket that is a winning one, and you have £20 million, you would need an advisor to show you how to put that money into areas so that it wouldn't squander. You wouldn't be able to cope with the power of it, so you would need that assistance. You would need someone that knows what they're talking about. In the same instance, with your divine power, you do not know how to use it. Because first of all, you need to know you're divine. First of all, you need to know the Creator is the source of that. And when you align to that, then your power starts to go into the areas of the tree of your life in the right areas. Then you start to get, how would you say, the clarity, the awareness, the awakening. So as we come to the end of July, and there's going to be quite a force happening between the 31st and the 1st of August, like a boom, the plates of our being, the plates of the earth, heaven and earth cracking together, like almost like something happening in the earth to wake us up, something big energetically on a physical level, or on how would you say, a social level, a global level, a community level. These things happen on the earth to awaken us. It may be, I don't know, maybe there's could be an assassination of someone very powerful, but we have to see things as not one individual thing happening. We have to see that we are a whole tapestry that makes up life, and when something happens, it has a meaning and it filters down in our life. So when something happens in the big screen, it has to happen on our smaller screen in us. Everybody gets the same wave, it just affects us differently. We have to see that we are in this consciousness, this wave, and we be affected by these waves. And globally we're affected in our senses all the time. So we are beings of constantly being transformed and then transmitting. But if we're not rooted in a faith of a God that owns us, it's a waste. It goes nowhere. So it's our birthright, our divine right, our spiritual right, our human right to know who we belong to. The new Aquarius is putting God to yourself. A lot of people have fell out of love with God, have got confused with God, actually are hating God, and also think that God doesn't exist. And that's because we have these based churches that we have all been a part of, which have been perfect, because that was the Piscean age. We needed our belief systems, we needed our places of worship to go to. It was all perfect for us to grow out of it and become more aligned, more leading ourselves. So there's nothing wrong with the message of our churches or our belief systems or wherever we go, but it's time now for us to, how would you say, pick up the pace, grow up, raise the game here, and start to own more of the communication with the divine, and then go to our place of worships and sit in that power. That's the change. That's the spiritual science that is becoming our own being. As I said many times before, the mystical is our new reality. The divine is our true reality. The spirit is our soul reality. And the ego is our human reality. So let's bring our energies in here as we move through this last week of July. Coming out of the Cancerian energies, it's ruled by the moon, and it's the mystery, it's the mother, it's cracking the shell and really coming out of the hiding place, or what we were afraid of, or what we didn't want to see, or what we were denying. And then we bring in the Scorpion energies that's hitting the South Node, which is pulling out the roots at the deepest level of our being. Now, these are not roots that are part of, someone else. These are the roots that we are fixed on. Scorpio is a fixed sign, and it's hitting the South Node of what we are holding on to, what we are fixed in. This is my truth, which is not your truth. It's no, even if it was your truth, it's no longer your truth, because truth transmits and transforms itself all the time. Truth, the only truth that stays the same is the Divine Father's truth. All other truths have to evolve. That's the truth of the truth. So Scorpio is, we're fixed to this. This is who I am. This is what I want. This is what I need. This is how I show up. No, this is what you need to rip out. And when you rip it out, there's a hole here. And this hole is what we didn't want to feel or what we need to face. Also, it is also the joy. It's also the new seeds. It's the excitement. And then it lets the Taurian energy of the physical that we're working through in the body, it lets that plant in new seeds of gentleness. I'm going to be gentler to my being. I'm going to be gentler. I'm going to love myself. Is it not my responsibility to love me? Our parents are only our guardians. They're only our caretakers. It's my responsibility to love me, all of me and all that I have been. That's the Taurian energy as we open this hole that the roots of our oak tree has been pulled out. So pull it out. Face those fears, pull it out, because this is the time to do it. Because the light is so beautiful, so profound. It really is. We are filling up daily, like this cup is overflowing, and nobody is using it. They don't know what to do with it. Come on, people. We have to educate ourselves, because it's so important that we are living what we deserve to live. So important. It's not rocket science. It's just uncovering our truth. You know, it's like this bee behind me, you know, working together. Aquarius is community. It is family. It is people coming together and creating all new families, new homes, new ways of being, and showing people how to live happier. We have been living, sacrificing, compromising, and pretending we're happy, and we have been all lying, and we call it truth. It's time to wake up and become the bee. Being and being together in our truth. It's so beautiful. Don't be afraid to cry. Don't be afraid to say your truth. Don't be afraid to say you believe in a faith. Don't be afraid to be. It's so important at this time. And as we move into the end of July, there's an energy around the planets and the system that God created, this moving system. Nobody else created it. God created it, and we interpret it. That's all we're doing. We're interpreters of the great creator, you know, and everybody's trying their best. But it's better if you become your own interpreter, come aligned. And as these energies, as I say, in the end of April, come around, a lot will start to happen. A lot will start to open, and then we come into a turbulent August. There's a lot of waves coming here, and there's a lot of people wanting to have war. Everybody wants to have war. And, you know, let's break things down. Let's tell people what to do. Let's control people. So we're learning something in that. What we can do for war is to pray and send the energy of love. Don't say the word war. Love to all the circumstances. Awakening and healing to all the circumstances. Know your power as a sacred prayer. You don't need your power as being on someone else's side. Forget about sides. That's old, Piscean age. There's no sides no more. We are one river of grace, no matter what we believe in. And nobody's right or wrong. It's just circumstances to make us grow. But it's how people suffer through these circumstances is very hard for us, because we all carry it. So prayer and love and grace to be sent is the most powerful thing. Don't take sides. Take the power and send the light, send the energy. And as we move through August, it may feel a little bit chaotic. There may be a lot of things you think, I should do this, I should do that. You'll feel forced with the energies of the changing of the planets, and more shocks may come out. But remember, shocks is to awaken us, you know. And then as we move into September, there is a softening with Virgo coming in. Like soft, relaxed, rethinking, re-looking and thinking, oh, maybe I'll do it differently. So if there's any projects that you have coming up in August, don't be so quickly to say, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, I'm going to slow down, because August is going to be one of those months and I don't know what to do and where I should go. Let that go. Take your time. Give yourself a month if you can, and then allow September to come in, and you'll rethink. You'll be more calmer. Clarity will come. You will see yourself differently. You will see how much more you've grown again in the last months. We are growing so much in seconds. Forget about months. And we're not the person we were 3 weeks ago. We are moving so much. Know that. Even if you think you're not, your being is, and eventually you will catch up. humanity will catch up for you. So as you move into September, there's going to be a gentler energy. There definitely is. So what I would say to you for listening for me for so long is to think about the body there and think about that Taurian energy. Think about pulling out the roots, okay? And think about owning more faith. And think about what I said. If you have a lotto ticket of £20 million, you need an advisor to tell you what you do with the money. If you have a being that is unimaginable, magnificent in its power, you don't know what to do with it. You don't know. You have no idea. The ego will never know because it doesn't know it. The ego is a secondary effect of humanity. So you need to educate yourself in that power that you have and the source that gives it to you, and then watch how your new journey and the directions can open. God is all around us, in us, above us, below us, and everything. If you praise yourself as God, then you own the God's right to flow through you. So remember, be yourself. Be present. Be brave. Be beautiful. And be ready to be a new you when you awaken in your light. I thank you so very much for listening, and I would like just to share a few events that I have coming up. In August, on the 20th of August, I'm doing a live online transmission from Switzerland. I haven't been in Switzerland for 3 years, so I'm very happy to go back to my Swiss family, and it'll be an I Am Presence Day from 10 to 3 o'clock. And you can book in online to be live online, or you can be energetic. And if you prefer, you can fly over as well. So that's coming up with Switzerland, and the energy that's coming up on the 20th of August, if you would like to avail of that and be in that energy. Then in September, my September meditation will start for the cycle of September, and that is on 4 Tuesdays in September, the month cycle of the Rainbow Lighthouse Family Meditations. And we have a great family of over 45 people that have been coming together for over 3 years, and the energy is phenomenal. You really can open up so much, find so much, and connect so much, and you're a part of a real sacred energy. So then we have coming in October the trip to Fatima in Medjugorje. Earlier on in the year, around the 12th of April, we were in a beautiful church of the Divine Mercy, and the message came through for the group to travel to Fatima. So the Fatima retreat will be coming up between the 6th and the 10th, or the 6th and the 13th of October. So if you want to get involved in that and would like to come, you can surely come, and we hope to have it online as well. So that's the 3 events that are coming up at this moment. And so thank you for listening. I hope you have a beautiful day, and remember who you are, and remember the ego is the obstacles and the challenges, but the divine and the spirit is your greatest friends. Okay? So God bless you, and thank you for listening.